girls, and happy Easter. This is what we call Easter week. It started yesterday. Hey, somebody said Easter. Yes, I did say Easter. I love Easter. I'm going to get a big basket. I'm going to have a big chocolate bunny and a marshmallow peeps and jelly beans and, hey, Easter eggs. Are these for me? Oh, Mr. Jelly. Now, in case you don't know him, boys and girls, Mr. Jelly is the Purple Doors Bible story puppet. But I think you need to learn a very special story today. Easter isn't about chocolate bunnies and marshmallow peeps. It's not even about an Easter bunny. Oh, well, what about these eggs? Do I get one? Well, these are very special eggs. These are story eggs. And if you sit over here like a good little puppet, there you go, I will tell the story. Let's see. Let's open egg number 1. Oh, look, it's a donkey. It's the donkey Jesus rode into the city. And everybody had a parade for him. And they yelled, Hosanna! And Jesus rode into the city like a king. Let's see what's in egg number 2. Ooh. It's money. When Judas knew they were going to Jerusalem, he took this opportunity to go to the enemy and say, what will you give me if I help you capture Jesus? And they said, we'll give you 3 silver coins. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, egg number 3. Oh, it's a tiny little cup. Some people call this a chalice. It's a tiny little cup for wine. After Jesus had his parade in the city, he said to his disciples, go, find us a place to celebrate the Passover. And they sat down at a table, and before they started to eat, Judas snuck out the door to tell the enemy where Jesus was. After Judas was gone, Jesus broke some bread, there it is, into little pieces. And he said, take this bread and eat it. And every time you do this, remember me. And then he took the chalice and he passed it around and said, take this wine and drink of it, for this is the blood that will save you. And every time you drink wine together, do it in remembrance of me. When the supper was over, Jesus went out to pray. That's in number 4. Oh, praying hands. He wants you and everyone to join him in prayer. He said to his disciples, let us go out into the garden and say some prayers. It was nighttime. The disciples fell asleep. They left Jesus praying all alone. Let's see what's in number 5. Oh, what is this? In into the garden came the soldiers. They tied Jesus up and took him away and whipped him until he was bleeding. Jesus did not try to stop them. He could have because he's God's son, but he didn't. There he is being taken away. And Peter is watching him. What's in number 6? A rooster? Oh, I know. Jesus said to Peter, before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter said, oh, Jesus, I would never do that. But when he was there and the soldiers were pointing at him, Peter said, I don't know that man. Why are you pointing at me? And then somebody said, yes, you know him. You're one of his disciples. And he said, no, I am not. And then somebody else said, there's the man that was with Jesus. And Peter ran away and said, no, I don't know him. And right then, cock-a-doodle-doo, the rooster crowed. And Jesus' words came true. He looked at Peter, and Peter was very sorry. They took Jesus away. What are they doing to him? Let's see what's in this one. It's a crown. But this crown is not made out of gold or silver. This crown is made out of thorns. They made fun of him. They said, if you're a king, wear this crown. They put it on his head and pounded it in until his head was bleeding. They put a purple robe on his shoulders and said, if you are a king, show us your miracles. But Jesus said nothing. Let's see, number 8. Oh, I'm going to peek. Oh, they took Jesus away. They made him carry a cross. There's the cross. This cross is made out of the nails that they nailed his hands and feet with. There and there and there. They nailed him beside 2 criminals. And the criminals spoke to Jesus, save yourself and save us. But Jesus just said, it is my Father's will. One criminal said, save me, a place in heaven. And Jesus said, I will. And then he died. Oh no. Well, after he died, a soldier came up with a spear. He wanted to make sure Jesus was dead. He took the spear and cut Jesus' side just to make sure. Yes, said the soldier, he is dead now. And the sky turned dark, and there was thunder and lightning, and the curtain of the temple tore in two, and the earth shook. And everyone said, surely this was God's Son. Number 10 egg. What's in here? Why, it's a piece of cloth. Jesus' friends and his mother came. They took down Jesus' body and wrapped it in linen. And they laid him down. And a friend of theirs called Joseph of Arimathea said, "Take Jesus to my tomb. He can be buried there." So they took him away to a tomb made of rock. It was a cave. And in front of it, they rolled a huge stone. Well, this is just a piece of it. This was in number 11. The stone was so big, if you took that stone, it would be from off the floor here all the way up to the ceiling. Do you think anybody could move that stone? Oh, no. But during the night, while the guards were watching, the earth shook again. An angel came down, the stone rolled away, and out came Jesus. He was risen. He was alive. He isn't dead anymore. So that was on Sunday. And do you know the name of that day? We call it Easter. In the morning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to the tomb. Oh, it's just like egg number 12. Empty. The tomb was empty. Nothing was in it. They walked in to make sure. No, Jesus was gone. And there was the linen cloth just laying there with an empty tomb and no Jesus. They started running away. They saw a man. They thought it was the gardener. Jesus is gone. They have taken his body. Where is he? Jesus said, "Mary." That was Jesus' voice. Mary fell down on her knees. "Jesus," she said, "you are alive. Go and let everyone know." And she ran to tell the disciples on Easter morning. That's why we have Easter. It's not about Easter bunnies or Easter baskets. It's about the day Jesus came alive. Alive and walking with his body more beautiful than ever. Okay, Mr. Jelly, what do you think? Now, are you going to call Easter the day you get candy and bunnies and chocolates and jelly beans? Oh, wow! I like this best. Those are great eggs. But you can't eat them. Oh, no, please don't eat my story eggs. We're going to do this another time for all the boys and girls when they come back.